Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fishing North Atlantic, where hopefully we can pick them all up. We're at 22 hours and 49 minutes. I don't know how long we have until it officially turns green again, so hopefully we can pick them all up before that happens. If not, what we will do is, in order to keep them blue and get the best chance, we will skip a few lines to keep them blue, and then what we'll do is after we pick them all up, we'll come back around and then come back. But hopefully we will be fine. I'm not sure. It's gonna be close. So 22 hours and 55 minutes is line 42, which is right in front of us, and then as we go to the end, even deep line 80 is 21 hours and 24 minutes. So it's going to be very close. And I'm not exactly sure when they turn green once again. So whenever that time is, which it could be 23 hours, I mean, I really have no idea. But hopefully we can pick them all up. I don't imagine that we can pick them all up before they turn green again. But yeah, I mean, there's only one way to do it. So anyway, like I said, welcome back to Fishing North Atlantic, where we kind of messed up. And I do also want to apologize for last week. I did 2 videos. I completely lost track of time, honestly, and I completely forgot that it was my we were actually going to the coast with my wife's family. So, with all that being said, that was my fault, 100%. I do apologize. And this week we're back at 5 videos. My recording software has been giving me a little bit of a headache, but everything's been okay. It is actually 6 o'clock right now, and so I've been recording all day because, well, what happened is I recorded 3 videos. Or actually ATS and The Long Dark. I recorded them too, and I was like, you know what? I want to play Farm Sim. So I got online, or I got on Elgato, got all that set up. Everything was working fine. And then when I started playing, I did Wreckfest first. It was fine. And then when I jumped onto Farm Sim, it quit working. So it just had one picture. And then before I realized that, I did Stranded Deep, and there was also one picture. It had the audio, but not the picture. And I was like, well, son of a biscuit. So I had to delete them and then redo them, essentially. And then, editing and everything else, it took that long. And then, so basically, I scrapped 2 videos, and practically I recorded, 6 videos today. So that is a little bit of why it is late. But anyway, we're getting it all squared away and everything done. The weather outside is absolutely being crazy right now. It is the September 11th, as it was earlier today. Let's turn that off because, gee whiz, apparently I was watching the video on the Facebook or whatever. Anyway, so it is 75 degrees outside, so it's much cooler than it was yesterday. Saturday was 102. But today it is 75, and apparently it's just supposed to rain all night, essentially. But, I mean, that's fine, because we need the rain. And then, yeah, it's supposed to get cool. It's supposed to just be in the 70s, which is fantastic. But anyway, it's trying to rain right now, which is making it very humid. Very humid. But, like I said, we need the rain, and it's been super smoky. We got a few fires down there in Weed and Wairika, California, and it's being blown north, the smoke is, and then there's also a few fires in eastern Oregon that is being blown west. So it's rather smoky around here. I think our air quality was 162, or at least it was yesterday. Here, let's see what it is now. It is... Where can I see it? Where can I see it? Oh, 74. So it's 74 today, which is a hell of a lot better than 163 yesterday. But yeah, so we're falling into the downwards fall into fall. It's kind of funny that we're falling into fall, which is good, which is good. But on other news, other than the weather, because I'm sure not everybody cares about the weather, a big, humongous thing is happening tomorrow. So September 12th, 2022 is a huge day for me and the wife. As everybody knows, we got a house in December of last year, and so that's where we live now, in my house. And we worked hard for that, and I was like, you know what? I think it's time to go looking for something else. And a lot of people have judged me and my wife a lot lately, especially my family. But we decided that it was time to go look for a boat. And so that's what we did. We went out and looked for a boat, and we were looking at one dealership up north. And we were like, well, they had two boats just came in off the truck. And it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. And, I was always told when you're trying to get, because a boat's a toy, essentially. When you're trying to get when you're getting a toy, you always want to get what you want, so you're not having to upgrade later. So I told the saleswoman, because there was a woman, saleswoman, what I wanted. And she's like, well, let's go inside right quick and let's look on the computer, because I think we're ordering one. And so what we did was we saw that. She gave us a quote, actually the price of what it is going to be. And then she gave me the paperwork and stuff like that. And so I was like, you know what? I want to look at it. And she's like, okay, well, I don't know exactly when it's going to be in. So she's like, if you want to put $500 down, we can, you'll be first to see this boat. Nobody else will look at it. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay. So we put $500 down. And then 2 weeks later, it finally came in. Now, I'm kind of mad at them because they never called. They never informed me of anything. So I felt like I was bugging them because I kept calling them. And I was like, hey, the first week, so we went in 4 weeks ago on Monday, and I called on a Friday. And I'm like, hey, any news? They're like, no, hasn't came in yet, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, well, that sucks, but whatever. Monday rolls around, or that next Monday, and I call them. I was like, hey, it's Monday. You said it was going to be in last week or this week. I was hoping it was, now so I could pick it up. She's like, no, hasn't been here yet, but there's 3 boats that's supposed to be coming in on the same truck. So I will email whoever, and then I'll get back to you. I was like, okay, fine. I didn't talk to him until that Friday, so 2 weeks into this whole fiasco, and she never called me once. And so I called him on Friday, and then all of a sudden, the boat came in on like a Thursday, or Wednesday or Thursday. Never called me or nothing. And I'm like, if I'm looking to basically buy one, why are you not talking to me? So I was getting kind of pissed and frustrated, to be honest with you. And so last Monday, we went in, and I'm like, okay, I want to see this boat. So we walked in, saw the boat, fell in love with it immediately, and I'm like, okay, I want to, talk with you about it. And so we ran the credit and stuff like that. And this is where it pissed me off even more. So we saw the boat, everything was fantastic. Then we started running the credit. And so I started trying to run the credit last week on a Monday, and then I called on Wednesday, and she's like, oh yeah, I've been busy, haven't been able to get to it and stuff like that, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, all right, you're starting to piss me off a little bit, but we'll just make it, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. So I called that Friday, and I'm like, okay, so you've had a week to run the credit and everything else. And she's like, oh, I completely forgot. Actually, I called this woman twice. Okay, so I called at like 9:30 in the morning, and I'm like, hey, just making sure that you ran the credit and we got it back. And she's like, well, no, I forgot to do it. And she's like, I'll get right on it. I'm like, okay. So then I was talking to my wife, and I'm getting pissed at this point, like, what the hell is going on here? And so at 3:30, so about 4 or 5 hours late, no, actually that would be 6 hours later, I called her again, and I'm like, okay, is everything good? Do you need anything else? Anything else? And now, she hasn't called me one time, period. And she's like, and what boat are you looking for? And I'm like, the tracker, da-da-da. And so she's like, oh, I completely forgot again. Oh my God, I was pissed. And I'm like, okay, I want you to do it right now. While I'm on the phone, I want you to do it right now. And she asked me, like, 3 questions about my past job and my wife's past job, da-da-da-da-da. And I told her. And she's like, okay, so they're not going to get back to me tonight, so we're going to have to wait till Monday. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So, actually, no, I lied. So this all didn't happen last week, happened 2 weeks ago. And then so last week on Monday, she's like, okay. Or no, because last week was Labor Day, so they were closed Labor Day. So Tuesday, we went up there and saw the boat for the first time on last Tuesday. And I was like, okay, fell in love with it. Let's get the credit running and everything else. And they're like, well, now we're just waiting for the call from the bank. And I'm like, oh, dear God in heaven. And I was like, does anybody know when we're supposed to be getting called at this point? And they're like, no, not really. It can happen now. It can happen, 2 hours from now, 2 weeks from now. We don't know. And I'm like, seriously? So I'm getting, like, overwhelmingly pissed. So I sat there 2 hours. Nothing happened. I went home. I was like, done. Screw it. Done. Going home. Well, finally, on Thursday of last week, they finally called me from Branson, Missouri, and said, okay, what's your last digits of your social security number? What's your name? Stuff like this. And she's like, okay, you've been accepted to get the boat, the tracker, Targa V18. That's what I'm getting. And da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, thank the gods, okay, that this actually happened. And so I talked to the wife, and I'm like, okay. So one of the salesmen, not the saleswoman that I was talking to, but the salesman I was talking to on Tuesday, said all you got to do is just come up, and we'll get all the paperwork squared away. You can haul it home that day. And I'm like, sweet. I was like, but I got to work. And he's like, all you got to do is just come down, and I'll be here till 7 o'clock. We'll figure out the information, paperwork. You'll take it home. I was like, okay. Well, because we made that agreement, I decided on Friday, we're not going to go up there because that's a long day. I got to work the next day. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just go up Monday. We have all day to figure out all the paperwork, all this other BS, so on and so forth. I was like, that sounds like a better idea. So I called them up. Now, of course, they haven't called me at once during this whole process, even though they said that they were going to call me. They didn't. So I call them up thinking I was the nice guy, saying, hey, instead of you, hanging out around, so on and so forth, we'll just plan on going Monday morning, right? So tomorrow, the 12th. And he was like, who are you exactly? And I was like, I'm the guy for the V18. And he's like, I never said that. And I'm like, oh dear God in heaven, help me. I was pissed. I'm like, you know what? Me and the wife will be up there Monday. The paperwork better be fucking ready. Okay? I was pissed. And he's like, okay. So he hangs up. And so tomorrow, we're going to go up there, and it better be ready, or else I'm going to be absolutely livid. Because, like I said, this is week 4. Monday will be week 4 I've been trying to get this boat. Now, some of it wasn't their fault. Now, I grant it, some of it wasn't their fault. It wasn't. It's like, it was the bank, taking time, whatever. But they never called me to say that the boat was there. They never called me to say that, The paperwork was ready. Nothing. Okay, nothing. And I'm like, how am I supposed to be happy at this point when I have to babysit you? You're wanting to sell this boat and nobody wants to talk to me about it? So I was a little bit mad. Okay. But anyway, long story short, tomorrow I get to go sign paperwork on a brand spanking new, which is absolutely insane, by the way, a 2023 Tracker Targa V18 with a 150 horse motor on the back. It's a Mercury 4-stroke, brand spanking new, tomorrow. And I am absolutely excited. I'm over the moon. There's pictures of it on the Discord server if you want to see it. I will have more tomorrow when I go pick it up, or at least better pick it up. And yes, I'm absolutely ecstatic. So hopefully it keeps that way, because let me tell you what, I've about had enough, if I had to be the truth. And but anyway, the payments, they're not great. Okay, I'll be honest with you, they're not great. You know, it's a lot of money, but absolutely excited. I mean, don't know exactly if it's going to be the YouTube deal. You know, I never thought about it yet. I'm just over the moon excited about it. You know, me and the wife, we've been talking about going camping and stuff like that, and I mean, I'm just excited. So anyway, but it's been a long process, so it better be done and it better be ready to go, or else I'm going to be one pissed off hillbilly. And it's funny because they call me hillbilly at work, so that's just why that works. But anyway, thank you for listening to my rant. So anyway, we're at 28,495 pounds, and we are just hopefully waiting to get halfway filled up this boat. We got a lot of 2-liners, so we're not necessarily making great profit, but I mean, you can't complain too much. But anyway, I'm just excited. I mean, I could, you know, people have called me stupid, especially my family. My family has been really interesting during this whole process. You know, like, because my dad has a boat, but my wife don't like my dad. There's a very big wedge between them, and that it will never be cured. So my wife was like, you know what, let's go get a boat. And she wanted the boat. So I'm like, well, hell yeah. So that's why we got it. And it's absolutely insane to think I'm 25, right? I'm 25 and I have a house and I'm getting a boat. And please do not take this as me bragging, because I'm really not. I mean, we've worked a lot. I mean, I worked every single day over the cross country to get where we are. My wife has worked every day for 2 years as well, getting where we are. And so, you know, pretty much, you know, if you are in the younger group that watches these videos, if you put your head to something, you will get it. Just don't give up, right? And so, if you learn anything from me, from watching these videos, don't give up and just keep trying to get whatever you want. Like I said, I wanted a house, I got one. I wanted a boat, I'm getting one. And so just don't give up, and, you know, make sure you can afford it, okay? Don't put yourself in the massive canyon of debt, which I'm currently kind of in. But if you don't take risks, you'll never get nothing, okay? But do it half-ass smartly. That's my advice. You know, you can take it or leave it, but at least that's what I did. And so far, it's working out, knock on wood. So, anyway, you know, but we have worked for everything we have, okay? This house, we've worked a long time for it. this boat that we're gonna get. We've worked a long time for it. You know, nothing has been given to us. We've worked for everything. So just, you know, like I said, all the younger fellas, just work towards what you want, and it will come true eventually. And honestly, it is a dream come true of what we're doing here. And then, yeah, I mean, YouTube as well. You know, YouTube, it was a dream, and look at where we're at. We're at 842 subscribers as of right now, which is 6:19 p.m. on September 11th, 2022. 842 subscribers. We're almost to 1,000. We need 158 more subscribers to get there. Absolutely fantastic. The Discord server channel, whatever, is doing good. Everybody's talking about Farm Sim right now, which I'm really mad that my Farm Sim video corrupted or did whatever it did, so I'm really mad about that. And I couldn't do it all without you guys. But just know that I thank every single one of you and everything else. So thank you so much for everything you have done for me. You guys have kept the channel alive, because if it wasn't for you, who knows what I'd be doing. But anyway, like I said, just keep your dreams alive. Shoot for your dreams, because if you don't do it, you know, you'll never get it. So just shoot for the dreams and make your dreams a reality is what I want to say. Because, you know, a dream is the only thing that never chases you back. You know, if you fall down, you know, you can always get back up and chase after it again. I mean, it's never going to chase you down, right? So if anybody's watching this and you want to start a YouTube channel and you want to talk to me about what I use or whatever, shoot me a comment in the you know, comment section below. Or even if you're on Discord, shoot me a message on Discord. Join the server. Get a hold of me on Discord. And I'll text it through how to do it. If that's what you want to do, if you got the time, effort, and, well, you got to have a little bit of money to get started. It's not cheap. But if you want to do it, send me a text and I'll help you out. 100%. I mean, it's remarkable with how many people have you know, helped me get this far. You know, and I have to thank my wife too. My wife, she didn't like it at the beginning. She really didn't. She, you know, she was pissed off all the time that, you know, I put YouTube first a lot, and she didn't like that because, you know, I wasn't with her all the time. I was, you know, in my spare bedroom like I am now, talking to myself and recording videos. But she has also helped me out a tremendous amount to get where we are. So big thanks to her. Of course, Tin Man has been here since like subscriber 30 or something like that. I keep pretty much in contact with him every day. Every once in a while, we'll take a breather, you know, and, you know, not text for, you know, for a while. But you know, he's there, you know, and everybody else in the Discord server, you know who you are. And so just thank you for all the support and everything else. It truly means a lot. And I know I say that a lot as well, and I know a lot of YouTubers and everybody else says that a lot, but honestly, it is a hard point to prove when you are honestly thankful for it, you know, because everyone's like, oh yeah, you're just saying that. Well, I am just saying that because it is true, right? And I've been saying that I want to start streaming and stuff like that again, and it will be coming soon. It's just, it hasn't gotten there yet, only because, you know, we put our funds in different places, as in a boat. So, but that time is coming. So just know that is, and then hopefully we could be doing that soon. More like one-on-one connection or what have you, doing live streams. You know, that is the next big thing that will be next, hopefully. But it's just gonna be pushed back a little bit longer. The boat thing kind of jumped on us, or we jumped on the boat, either one, and it it just, it just fell in the lap basically, and we jumped on it, and it's working out. So it's going to be a little bit pushed out because of that, but just know that everything will be the same. Tin Man loves to yell and scream at me, "Oh, you're going fishing every weekend, da 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 da." Well, maybe, right? But videos are still going to be number one. Videos will still be out, and everything else. Now, saying that, having that week off when I only had to make 2 videos, it was pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. It was nice not having to worry about nothing, not having to worry about recording, editing, uploading, all that stuff. So maybe every once in a while I'll take a week off, refresh, because I missed it. I really did. When I was at work, I was like, man, I'm super excited to, play Fishing North Atlantic or, play Farm Sim. I was like really into Farm Sim, and I'm really pissed that it didn't work out. But I'm excited to record again, right? So, I was excited before, but because I had that week off, essentially, I was like, man, I didn't have to worry about nothing. Everything was, taken care of. So there may be a week or 2 in the future, not now, but in the future, like during the summer, me and the wife has planned a few, almost said Christmas trips. That doesn't make sense. A few camping trips in the future, like in the summertime, that we will go on and stuff like that. And so, I may or may not be recording and uploading videos. I don't know yet. But if that does happen, I will post on the community page, which you should see, like where I put polls and stuff like that. So you should see when I say that, and then I'll be like, hey, going to be gone for a week, going on vacation, whatever. But I will make sure that you guys have videos for that week or for that weekend. I will, record and whatnot, because I will. So I'm off Sunday to Tuesday. So we're thinking about having a few, weekend trips and everything else, and then so on and so forth. So, with all that being said, we will figure it out when the time comes. But during the winter, everything will be the same, because I don't really like fishing when it's pouring down rain and getting soaking wet. So, in the wintertime, nothing to worry about. 5 videos a week unless something happens. Life does happen sometimes. So, everything's going to be fine. And then, as soon as summer hits and all that fun stuff happens, I'll let you know as the time comes. I'll keep all of you up to date as much as possible. I like to keep, that clear transparency. I guess that's the word. Whatever. I like to keep all of that up to date so that you guys don't have to worry about, videos coming up or whatever. And I'm gonna try to do that more. I'm gonna try to keep you guys more up to date on what's happening with the new PC and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to try to do the best I can to update you guys regularly, and then I'm going to try to make Tin Man more part of the channel, only because I pretty much he's like my best friend, right? Because he's been around for so long. Pretty much 3 years he's been around, and we talk damn near every day. So anyway, I'm going to try to make him more part of it, and so on and so forth. Speaking of Tin Man, do not forget, he's been posting some Farm Sim videos on his channel, and his link to his channel is in the description below. So don't forget to click on that, and especially if you like Farm Sim, go check him out and subscribe, okay? He may not post all the time, which I've been yelling at him about, but I want him to be more excited to post videos and keep it going. His video quality may not be there, right? He's always yourself is the biggest, critic. But I'm still trying to get him to record and upload as much as possible. And so, if you guys can help me out and go and subscribe with him and like the videos and whatnot, that would help me out a lot for more content from him and so on and so forth. And of course, if you guys like my videos, I know today was a little bit of a, or this video in the slightest is a little bit of a different video. I just want you to know that I appreciate you all. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to help us get to 1,000 faster, don't forget to share it to your friends, family, whoever you think will like this video. Or if you just want to share it, you know, get my name or get the channel out there, right? Because it's our channel. But get the channel name out there, and hopefully we can hit 1,000 by December. It'd be the greatest Christmas gift that y'all could give me. I don't want nothing else, so don't be sending me nothing. Okay, don't be sending nothing. I don't want nothing. Just, you know, I want everybody to be happy, right? So if we can do that, it would truly be very much appreciated. So we got one more line. We're at 55,197 pounds, which is it's about 10,000 more than half. So we're on the second half of this haul. It's been a little bit back and forth as far as you know. The last string was 3 all the way down. This one was a lot of 3s, a lot of 2s, and that was a 1. So anyway, so let's go back to port. Everybody seems like they made it through just fine. Let's go to Yarmouth because we make more money at Yarmouth. There we go. And let's just see where we go from here. Man, that was 31 minutes. I rambled along for 31 minutes, and y'all didn't even shut me up. Whew. Man, I feel sorry for whoever's watching this. Anyway, let's go in and see how much money we made. We made 1.2 million. So $19.37 for swordfish and $19.94 for tuna. So we made $13,000 for tuna and 1.066 million on swordfish. And of course, the port revenue was $208,000, which paid for them. And so we made pure profit. So anyway, thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you want to leave a comment down below in the description or in the comments section, we can go for something else. Maybe we'll try mackerel. I think we're going to try for mackerel in the next episode by netting and see what we can do. If you want to see a trawler, let me know down below. But I think in the next video we're going to do some netting just to see what happens. But anyway, thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I'll catch you all in the next one. And you all, take care.